All right, let's go to tight end. Who's the top five?
All right, so I got Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews, Darren Waller, number 3, Kyle Pitts, and then it is wide open once you get to tight end 5 because George Kittle's hurt. Can't really rank him right now. Schultz gets a downgrade with Dak hurt, so I got Dallas Goedert as my tight end 5 to start the week.
I got the same top four: Kelsey, Andrews, Waller, Pitts, and then I got Hawkinson over Goddard. So
And
kind
it
of
was it was close between
yeah,
Hawkinson and Goddard for me.
yeah.
Yeah, but do you have like a huge teardrop there where just like it's just wide open from tight ends like 5 to like 13, I feel like this week.
Yeah, I have like over a I have a good like half point to a point drop off between four, Pitts and Hawkinson, and then everyone's close from like
Yeah.
Hawkinson down to
Should be a
tight
fun
end.
week.
I mean, it's gonna probably just be Kittle if he's healthy.
Yeah, obviously.
But yeah, it's tough. Who are you high on?
So I'm high on Tyler Higbee. He's my tight end 9. The consensus is always still low on him. For some reason, they have him tight end 15. I think you and I both called that heading into the season. Just the usage is going to be there, and it was in week 1. He ran a route on 92% of Stafford's dropbacks. Saw a decent target share, 19.5% on his routes run. He had that brutal drop at one point. So he could have had a bigger day. Like I said, it's kind of wide open at tight end outside of the top 4. So he slots in there at my tight end 9, just based on the usage. Should be a good matchup this week against the Falcons. So like him as a low end tight end 1. And then Gerald Everett ended up being my top streamer play last week after Donald Parham was ruled out. I bumped him up to tight end 9. Now with Keenan Allen likely set to miss, Gerald Everett's all the way up to my tight end 7. So I think he'll take advantage of kind of this wide open tight end frontier down here in the, tight end 6 to 13 range. So love Gerald Everett this week as well.
Yeah, shouts to Everett. Mentioned him on Convince Me. He ended up getting that backpedaling touchdown on just a ridiculous throw from Herbert rolling to his left. So, would have liked to see him run a few more routes. You think he was at like 68%. But he made plays, and I figured that this tight end, like, he would be better than Cook just because he's like younger, faster version of Cook at this point.
His route run might go up because I'll have to look at the splits before and after Keenan Allen went out. But I would imagine with Keenan out, they have him run a route a little bit more here.
Yeah. I mean, we hope so. Because they had Richard Rodgers in there. He ran a couple routes. Get that dude out of there. I have nothing to add to that. I like Tyler Higbee. Yeah. I think that and Everett as well. I think those guys are, like you said, they were undervalued coming into the year. They're undervalued again. And I guess I could throw Alberto in there. He came so short of a touchdown, but we saw the usage that we wanted. He ran a route on 73%. Of the dropbacks, then he's connected to Russell Wilson, who, after last week, I think he's going to try to get some touchdowns against these Texans. I think he's going to try to get the ball in the end zone, and I think Alberto could benefit. So I'll say Alberto as well. Who you low on?
I'm low on Cole Kmet. He opens the week as my tight end 18 versus the consensus tight end 13. For some reason, people still think he's a low end tight end.
Called it last week. I called it last week.
Yep. He ran 70% of routes run last week, which is expected for Cole Kmet. Only saw a target on 6.5% of those, which was not good because he's a guy that you can't really bank on touchdowns from. And in a run heavy offense, we're not going to see many passing yards. That's just not a good sign. So he is off the high end tight end 2 radar even for me right now until we see some signs of life. So he's way down there for me. And then Mike Gesicki, I've been kind of sounding alarm on him. I mean, after week 1, he is way off my radar. I think he's like tight end 30 or something ridiculous, which is just absolutely crazy. But his routes run were like 35%. I think he saw a target. Either way, he is just not a good fit for this scheme. I wonder if they do trade him at some point, but that was a brutal start for him. Hopefully you don't have him on your team anymore. Been trying to warn you, but I'm way low on him again this week.
Yeah, that was a great call. I mean, he's just out of until he gets better usage, he's just out of the conversation, period. All right. For me, it's Cole Kmet. I mean, that's the obvious one. I said it last week. I'm saying it again. Like it's just, there's not enough yardage to go around. There's not enough touchdowns to go around, especially in this kind of matchup. You're just throwing a dart. So yeah, he's my tight end 24. All right, what is the prop?
Let's go with Dalton Schultz with Cooper Rush under center this week. I'm curious where you have him projected. Might not be a ton of passing yards, but maybe he is like his outlet here.
Mhm.
So it's a tough projection this week for Schultz, but I'm at 42.5 receiving yards. Are you over or under that?
Ooh, that is right there. I have the average at 4.5 catches for 45 yards. So
Ooh,
that's a
okay.
perfect one. Let's see. Um,
How many passing yards do you have for Cooper Rush? That's a
two thirty
better.
six.
Okay, all right. A little bit higher than me, but very close. Okay. And
Um, what's up? What were you gonna say?
are you like how many routes run do you have Gallup in right now? I'm just trying to compare apples to apples here.
None,
None.
none,
Okay.
none. Yeah.
Same
I mean,
here. Same
I
here.
don't until he like says he's gonna play. But
Right.
that's a uh, 45, 42 and a half. I'll go over.
Yeah.
Because I think he is kind of that outlet, and after seeing Fryermuth go ham against that Cincinnati like inner
Ah,
inside defense,
yeah.
I think you could see the same kind of game script. Like late in the game, Dallas needs it like down by a couple of possessions, and Schultz may end up going over on that last drive. So yeah, I'll go over.